I have been watching podcasts for a while now, and a lot of the time when podcasts get more popular and start making money, they seem to have problems. It seems like the person who's the main talent on the show often thinks they are the most important part. This can lead the host to see their co-hosts as people who can be easily replaced. Last year, on the Joe Budden podcast, Joe Budden made some poor decisions that ended up harming the show and his own reputation. He completely blew up everything that he's built these past years because of his own ego. It's probably a good thing that they ended up going their own separate ways, but damn, I missed that trio. We've been talking a lot about the issues on Logan Paul's podcast Impaulsive with co-host Curious George. He left during the Bobby Lee episode and things haven't been going well since. During that moment, it was clear that both George and Logan were upset. Logan takes his content very seriously, and if he thinks someone on his team is causing problems, he has no problem telling them to leave in order to make the best content possible. In my opinion, George being on the podcast is like a time bomb waiting to explode for Logan. Logan has replaced his co-host Mike in the past, and it looks like it might happen again soon. In the most recent episode, Logan and George were awkwardly taking turns to take personal jabs at each other. I've been critical of Curious George in the past, but in this case, I'm going to defend him. Around the 12-minute mark of the video, they had a debate about religion. George is religious and Logan is agnostic, meaning he relies on facts and science rather than hope and belief. Logan's viewpoints differed from George's, but it seems that Logan can't help himself from attacking George on a personal level about his beliefs. Logan believes that because the Bible says being gay or having sex before marriage is wrong, religion has no value. George argues that not all Christians think this way and that Logan doesn't know enough about the Bible to speak on it. The conversation becomes more tense as Logan is disrespectful. Throughout the conversation, Logan seemed to be trying to get a reaction out of George and belittle him. Despite this, George remained respectful while Logan belittled his religion and even mocked Jesus Christ. George mentioned that they have had tension over this topic for months, so it's not surprising that Logan is now openly attacking him. It's almost like when you're in a fight with your partner, and everything they do annoys you. The argument escalates when Logan tells George that he needs therapy because he is emotionally unintelligent, and that believing in God and the Bible is not enough to have good mental health. At that point, George's true feelings towards Logan are revealed, and he says that Logan will do anything for power and fame, even if it means hurting those he cares about. It's clear that Logan is unhappy with the situation and annoyed with George. He dismisses George's points and is combative about his own views, which shows that he wasn't interested in having a conversation, but rather in condemning George for his beliefs. It's like one person trying to win a debate, while the other just wants to be correct. I don't like it when religious people try to convince others to be religious too, and I think it's okay to push back on religious beliefs. However, I also think it's inappropriate to demand someone go to therapy. There is a time and place to have these discussions, and Logan's behavior towards George when he tried to talk about his struggles on the Bobby Lee podcast was disrespectful. Logan basically called him a coward. It's clear that Logan and George don't agree on these topics and their relationship is strained. It's important to have these discussions without attacking someone's personal beliefs, especially when it comes to something as sensitive as religion. Despite the tension, George managed to keep his composure. Although I don't think he should be a comedian, I still think he deserves credit for how he handled the situation. Have you ever had similar discussions with your friends? Do you think George is going to be kicked from the podcast? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and like always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.